Welcome back to English with Kitty. And before we jump in, just a quick reminder, if you enjoy learning natural, everyday English in a calm, clear way, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a new episode. Today, you're joining me for an immersive lesson on 50 real English phrases you'll actually use in daily conversation. We're not rushing, we'll take our time, go deep, and help you feel confident using these phrases in real life with friends, coworkers, or even strangers. Let's begin. We often start conversations with greetings, but sounding natural is about more than just hi or hello. Sometimes all it takes to start a great conversation is a simple question. Let's say you're grabbing coffee at work and you spot a colleague you haven't chatted with in a while. You smile and say, "Hey, how's everything going?" It's light, warm, and shows you're open to talk. A common reply might be, "Not too bad, thanks." It's a polite way to say, "I'm okay," without going into too much detail. A little phrase like that helps keep things friendly and easy. But sometimes you want to keep it even simpler. Maybe you're in a rush or feeling neutral. That's when this comes in handy. Can't complain. You're saying life's not perfect, but it's fine. It has a nice balance, honest but not dramatic. People in the UK love this one. Now imagine the same conversation, but this time it's someone you haven't seen in a long time. Maybe an old classmate you bump into at the supermarket. You smile and say, "Long time no see." That phrase instantly reconnects people. It's casual and even a bit nostalgic. You're not just saying hello, you're acknowledging that it's been too long. After that, it's natural to ask, "What have you been up to?" It's the perfect follow-up. You're inviting them to share something from their life, what they've been doing, how they've been feeling. Now, let's imagine you both want to make plans to meet again. Your friend says, "Let's catch up this weekend." And you reply, "That sounds good." It's a friendly way to agree, a bit more enthusiastic than just saying okay. But what if you're not sure yet? You say, "Let me check my schedule." It gives you space to think. You're being polite, but not committing right away. It works really well with colleagues, parents, or anyone you respect. And if you're still undecided, you might say, "I'm not sure yet." This one's honest and respectful, no false promises. It shows you care but need time. Now, imagine you're making weekend plans, but you're not sure about the weather or how tired you'll be. That's when this phrase comes in. Let's play it by ear. It means, let's wait and see, decide later. It keeps plans flexible and relaxed, especially when dealing with uncertain situations. Finally, let's say someone suggests something spontaneous, like, "Want to go hiking on Saturday?" You're feeling up for it. You smile and say, "Sure, I'm up for it." It's an enthusiastic yes. You're not just accepting, you're excited. It's great for friendly conversations, especially with people you enjoy spending time with. So let's say you've agreed to meet up, but you're not sure where yet. That's when you might say, "Any ideas where we should go?" It opens up the conversation and shows you're open to suggestions. You're inviting the other person to share their thoughts, but without pressure. They might suggest something simple, like a park or a cafe. And if you like the idea, you say, "Sounds like a plan." It's short, friendly, and confirms that you're happy with the idea. This phrase is especially common when someone offers a plan that doesn't need much detail. But let's say someone invites you out and you're not feeling it. You don't want to be rude, but you also don't want to go. A soft way to handle this is, "I think I'll pass this time." It's polite and firm, but without sounding cold. You're not rejecting the person, just the invitation. And saying "this time" keeps the door open for next time. Now, imagine you've made plans, but something comes up. Maybe work runs late or your kid gets sick. In that case, a kind way to cancel is, "I'm really sorry, but something's come up." This phrase shows responsibility. You're not just backing out. You're apologizing and explaining in a respectful way. It keeps relationships strong even when plans fall through. Now let's shift to another kind of everyday phrase, something you might hear when someone's had a rough day. Your friend looks tired, frustrated, and just says, "It's been one of those days." It doesn't need much explanation. We've all had days where everything feels off. It's a gentle way of saying, "I've had a bad day," without sounding dramatic. You might nod and reply, "I hear you." This little phrase means, "I understand." It's not just listening, it's connecting. It's perfect for showing empathy without jumping into problem-solving mode. And sometimes people just need a bit of space. If your friend looks like they want quiet time, or someone says they're not ready to talk yet, you can say, "Take all the time you need." It's calm, kind, and gives them emotional room. These words are powerful when someone feels overwhelmed. Then, when they're ready to talk or open up, you want to be encouraging. That's when you can say, "I'm here if you need me." You're not forcing anything, just letting them know they're not alone. It's simple, but it says so much. And sometimes, when someone opens up about something painful, maybe a breakup or losing a job, you just want to comfort them gently. That's when you can say, "That must be really tough." It's not fixing anything, it's recognizing the pain. You're not comparing, just validating. It's a powerful way to build connection. Let's imagine your friend just told you something really exciting. Maybe they got a new job, or they are expecting a baby. You want to show happiness for them without overdoing it. That's when you might say, "I'm so happy for you." It's a heartfelt way to celebrate someone's good news. Simple, sincere, and warm, and much more meaningful than just saying congrats. Now, if someone shares something emotional or deep with you, maybe they open up about a difficult past or a major life change, you can respond with care by saying, "Thanks for sharing that with me." It shows you're not taking their trust for granted. You're appreciating the fact that they felt safe enough to open up. In these conversations, sometimes there's a pause. You might not know exactly what to say. That's okay. If you do want to respond with kindness but keep it light, this phrase works beautifully. That means a lot. Maybe someone complimented you or did something nice. Saying this is your way of showing that their gesture touched you. It's quiet gratitude and very genuine. But life isn't always about emotions. Sometimes it's just about getting through the week. Let's say your friend texts you, "Work's been crazy, I need a break." And you reply, "Tell me about it." It's a way to agree, a kind of "me too" that says, "I feel the same." It works great when both of you are tired, stressed, or going through something similar. Now imagine you're having lunch with a colleague and you both start talking about weekend plans. They ask, "Any big plans?" You could smile and say, "Just taking it easy." That phrase is perfect for when you're keeping things low-key. It's a relaxed way to say you're not doing much, and you're okay with that. Sometimes, though, you might want to politely avoid a topic. Maybe someone's asking about your love life or your job situation. One soft way to steer away is, "I'd rather not get into that." It's respectful, clear, and sets a boundary. You're not being rude, just taking care of your own comfort. Let's say someone tries to push a little further. You want to stay calm, but firm. That's when this phrase is useful. Let's just leave it at that. It's a gentle way to close the topic. You're signaling that the conversation shouldn't go any further, and you're doing it respectfully. On the flip side, sometimes you're ready to give advice, but you want to be kind, not pushy. That's when you can begin with, "If you don't mind me saying." This phrase softens your opinion. You're not forcing advice, you're offering it and giving the other person a choice to accept it. And finally, let's say your friend made a mistake. They're apologizing. You want to let it go and help them feel better. You say, "Don't worry about it." It's one of the most forgiving phrases in English. It helps clear the air and lets people move on without guilt. Sometimes, even when someone says sorry, they still feel bad. You can sense it. Maybe they're still blaming themselves. In moments like that, you might smile and say, "It happens to the best of us." It's a kind reminder that everyone makes mistakes, even smart, kind, capable people. This phrase helps ease their guilt and show empathy. Now picture you're chatting with a friend about their recent decisions. They start explaining a choice they made, and it makes perfect sense to you. You might nod and say, "I get where you're coming from." That phrase means, "I understand your perspective." It's not necessarily about agreeing, but it shows respect for their point of view. Then, if you do agree with them and you want to support their idea, you can say, "That makes sense." It's a quick way to show agreement and understanding without overcomplicating things. Very useful in conversations with colleagues, family, or friends. Sometimes, though, you need to say no. Maybe someone suggests something you know won't work. You want to be honest, but gentle. You can say, "I'm not sure that's a good idea." It's polite but firm. You're not attacking the idea, you're just expressing concern or doubt in a respectful way. On the other hand, if someone shares a great idea and you want to encourage them, you might smile and say, "I like the way you think." This one's a big compliment. It praises not just the idea, but the person's mindset. It shows appreciation and encourages more creativity. Now imagine you and a friend are planning something, a trip, a party, or even just dinner. You're not sure what they prefer, so you offer, "I'm open to anything." This phrase shows flexibility. You're easygoing and happy to go along with whatever they decide. Very handy in social situations. And let's say your friend finally picks a place to eat. You were really hoping for something different, but you don't want to sound picky. You could say, "I was thinking something else, actually." It's soft. You're being honest, but not demanding. It leaves space for compromise and keeps the mood light. In group settings, there's often a need to wrap things up or move on politely. You might suggest, "Let's get back on track." This phrase helps gently steer the conversation, especially when things go off topic, during meetings, family discussions, or group chats. And when you're wrapping up a chat but want to leave a good feeling behind, this phrase is lovely. "It was great talking to you." It's simple but genuine. A warm, friendly way to close a conversation that makes the other person feel appreciated. Let's say you're ending a meeting or a phone call, and you want to offer future support. You can say, "Let me know if you need anything." It shows you care and you're available. It's not pushy, it's open and kind. A great phrase to use with colleagues, clients, or friends. Sometimes a friend might be uncertain about a decision. You want to gently remind them they have time. In that case, you might say, "No rush, take your time." This phrase reduces pressure. Whether they're replying to a message or deciding something important, it gives them space and calm. Now picture a situation where someone's about to give up. Maybe they're frustrated with work, study, or a personal goal. You want to give a gentle push of encouragement. You can say, "Hang in there." It's simple but powerful. It means, don't give up, keep going. You're showing emotional support without needing a big speech. On the flip side, if you need support and want to admit it, sometimes just saying "this is enough." "I could use some help." It's honest and direct, and it takes courage. Whether it's asking for advice, support, or just a favor, this phrase opens the door to connection. Now, let's say someone's already helped you. You want to show true appreciation, more than just thanks. You say, "I really appreciate it." This phrase goes deeper. It's personal. It makes the other person feel that their effort mattered to you. And when someone appreciates you, what can you say in return? A kind, humble way to respond is, "Glad I could help." You're not bragging, you're simply acknowledging that you're happy to be there for them. It keeps the energy positive and kind. Sometimes you want to encourage someone who's nervous, maybe before a test, an interview, or a big moment. A short but strong phrase works best. "You've got this." It means, "I believe in you." It's a boost of confidence in just 3 words, and people remember it. Now imagine your friend thanks you for being there and says, "I don't know what I'd do without you." You could smile and reply, "That's what friends are for." This phrase shows loyalty. It's warm and supportive, perfect for moments of deep friendship. When the conversation is nearly over and you want to end on a high note, sometimes a simple, "Take care," is all you need. It's a gentle goodbye that carries warmth, especially when spoken with sincerity. And finally, one of the most universally friendly ways to end a conversation, whether you're chatting with a colleague, a customer, or an old friend, is, "Have a great day." It's cheerful, respectful, and it sends the other person off with good energy. Ending your interaction with kindness often makes the biggest impression. And there you have it, 50 essential English phrases that you can start using right now in your daily life. We didn't just translate these phrases, we explored how they work, when to use them, and what they mean emotionally. So here's my challenge to you. Choose 5 of these phrases you didn't know before or haven't used confidently. Write them down, use them this week, in a message, a chat, or even just when thinking in English. And here's a little secret. The more you hear these phrases, the more natural they'll feel. So don't be shy about hitting replay. If a phrase feels new, listen to it again. Say it out loud. Pause and repeat after me if you need to. Repetition builds confidence. Even just having this podcast playing in the background while you go about your day helps your brain absorb the rhythm and tone of real English. So come back to this episode anytime. Use it as a reference, a listening workout, a moment of calm learning in your busy day. If this episode helped you, share it with a friend who's learning English too. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a new episode. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's one phrase from today that you'll start using right away? Or maybe, which one do you want to hear again and again until it becomes second nature? You'll find the full list of all 50 phrases in the show notes or description. Thanks for spending your time with me today. I'm Elena, and this was English in Moments. Until next time, take care, keep practicing, and remember, every moment is a chance to learn English, and every replay helps you get one step closer to fluency. Thank you so much for learning with me here on English with Kitty.